Why not begin to love yourself more today? When I was a 16-year-old girl playing basketball in high school and around all my friends, I often didn't feel very good about my body. In fact, when I was growing up, I was always the biggest one in the class. I was the tallest, and I assumed that being tall meant being big, or being fat is actually what it equated to in my mind. And my mind was consumed with how big I was. I actually got to the point as a teenager where I would weigh myself several times a day to see if I was gaining weight. And even when I got to college, I was very athletic. I was involved in the varsity basketball team. I was practicing a couple hours a day. My eating habits were horrible. I would go without eating and then, drink lots of Diet Coke and eat lots of cookies and do all sorts of crazy things to just keep a certain weight. And I didn't feel good about myself, and I actually really disliked my body. When I started to see how often I was thinking negative thoughts about my body, I wondered maybe if there was a different way to begin looking at myself. I started to observe the thoughts that I had, and I observed how much this consumed my time and my energy. And I found that throughout the day I was thinking terrible things about my body, and I didn't want to feel that way about myself anymore. So I decided to maybe reframe the way that I looked at myself. Everybody around me told me that I had a beautiful body, but that still didn't matter. I had to come to terms with how I felt about my own body and the way I viewed myself. When I finally began to accept my body and be thankful for the health and the well-being and the strength that I had, I really began to feel different about my life. And in fact, I started walking taller. I felt more confident. I presented myself differently in public. Rather than hiding behind baggy clothes, I started to wear more fashionable, comfortable clothing. And that was just one way that I didn't accept myself. I also thought I was too serious. I had a lot of negative views about myself. But I began over time to see that I was a very beautiful person, that I had a lot to offer, that I had a set of unique gifts and talents that I could offer the world. We all have that. It doesn't matter how big your butt is. It doesn't matter how big your hips are. It doesn't matter how long your nose is. You are remarkable. You are beautiful in your own way. Remember, God doesn't make a mistake. You are created how you were created for a very important reason. If you begin to celebrate who you are, you're going to feel totally different about your life. You are special. You are amazing. Why not begin to take stock of all the good things that you can see about yourself right now? Look in the mirror. Look very closely. Ask Spirit to help you open your mind to new ways of viewing yourself. You might be surprised at what you discover. Have you noticed how beautiful your laugh is? Have you seen the way your smile changes a conversation? Do you see the power you have in bringing positive energy to the world? The better you feel about yourself, the more positive change you can bring to your world. The better you feel about yourself, the more empowered you are going to be to create the life that you desire. Why not, instead of finding the flaws that you've been told that you have, begin to celebrate those as unique aspects of who you are? You aren't flawed. Do you have opportunity to grow and change? Sure, we all do. But you're going to feel better about yourself in your life if you begin to focus on the remarkable aspects of who you are as a person. And that really does start by beginning to see yourself in a new way. Why not take a fresh look today? You can see the beauty in others. Why not begin to see the beauty in yourself?